I'm Kevin Gunkel, and I'll be presenting on invasive species plaguing Lake Michigan. Since the early 1800s, over 200 invasive species have entered Lake Michigan and the Great Lakes. They enter through canals from transport vessels and private boaters. These species dominate the territory of species already naturally inhabiting the environments, and they compete for the natural environment. Invasive species already in Lake Michigan. This is the round goby. It's already dominating Lake Michigan and the Great Lakes. They are bad for the environment because they are eating the eggs of fish that naturally inhabited our ecosystems, and this is reducing our fish populations. This hurts recreational fishing, and they are also competing and eating the food sources of our natural inhabitants. These are zebra mussels. They also contribute to the declining ecosystem, and they're coming out of bilges from transport vessels. They're bad because they're filtering the water of Lake Michigan too much, and the water is becoming too clear, also hurting recreational fishing. This is what we're trying to keep out of Lake Michigan. These are the Asian carp. As you can see, this is a live photo from the Illinois River. They're already plaguing this river, and we're trying to keep the Asian carp out. This is the Asian carp epidemic. That previous picture was the Illinois River, and you can see that they're reproducing in large numbers. The Asian carp was introduced in Arkansas farming ponds to clean the ponds, and also introduced in sewage plants. Later, they were eventually sold at market at cheap costs, and government later on got a hold of these fish for research. And in the 70s and 80s, during flooding, these carp got out of the ponds and entered the Mississippi River and our other waterways, and they've made their way up the Illinois River all the way to Lake Michigan. The severity of the species, they multiply in large numbers, and they have rapid reproduction growth. They can produce up to 2.2 million eggs at one time, and these fish are eating 20% of their body weight in phytoplankton a day, which is prey to other natural species. They compete for habitat. They ruin the fishing industry of Lake Michigan if they get in. They get up to 4 feet long and 100 pounds, meaning that they take up a lot of natural environment in the Great Lakes, and they'll greatly compete for all of the area. They're also dangerous to boaters because they leap when they're in disturbance, and with their great size, it's pretty dangerous. Our ways to keep them out, this is the part in the project where we had to talk about the new technologies. Originally we were just going to close shipping routes, which was an easy decision, and put up small barriers in between all natural bodies of water that were entering Lake Michigan. But we have now decided to continue with the electrical barriers. They have already put up one in the Chicago Sanitary and Shipping Canal. These barriers are keeping the Asian carp away, and so far it's been working. But killing the fish on site as well in the Illinois River has been taking place, but this isn't keeping the numbers down because they can produce millions of eggs at one time. The reason why this is such a big deal is that the invasive species are so expensive to keep down. $250,000 for only one inspection of electrical barriers per month is a cost, and if we continue to put up these electrical barriers, it'll be even more costly. The invasive species all the other species in the Great Lakes are already costing over $200 million per year to keep intact and to keep them from further multiplying. But if the Asian carps enter the lake, hundreds of millions more dollars will have to be invested to eliminate this problem. Fishing the Great Lakes will be nearly impossible, and commercial fishing will be eliminated, and people who live off of our fisheries will be forced out, and in the end we just must eliminate the species, and that's it.